7. Now, over the years on BBC Radio Leicester, we've heard about the life of our local lad, Joseph Carey Merrick, better known to the world, of course, as the Elephant Man. His story continues to be told by a group of people devoted to remembering his life and preserving its history. The first place Joseph Merrick appeared as a curiosity, or perhaps more crudely, a freak show, was at the old Gaiety Theatre here in Leicester, which has since, of course, been demolished. Now, friends of Joseph Carey Merrick Advocacy Group are auctioning off a rose stone from the building to raise money for other people affected by Proteus Syndrome. Well, Jeanette Sitton is from the group, and she's on the line this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
First of all, why did you found this group for Joseph Merrick? What interests you about him?
Well, there's a slight history there because I started off by having a website called the the Joseph Carey Merrick Tribute website, which began about 15 years ago. So it wasn't straight away going into the Friends of Joseph Carey Merrick. That came a little bit later on. But basically, the group is there to promote an understanding of Proteus Syndrome, an advocacy, advocate group, if you like, for Joseph. And basically, we find that his story is so vital and important. We just want to spread the story about him.
So did you come to this because of your interest in the Elephant Man, or because of your interest or knowledge of Proteus Syndrome?
I have to say primarily it was my interest in Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man, yes.
Right, and obviously you're not from Leicester or Leicestershire, so how did you first come across Joseph Merrick?
Well, it was the film, like millions of other people around the world. They watched the Elephant Man film the first time in the 70s, or was it the 80s? I can't remember now. But it was such a touching film. I think everyone will agree to that. That it had a lasting impression on me.
So, why is this stone from the old Gaiety so special?
It's special because it's a part of Joseph's history. It's where, as you said at the beginning, where he first exhibited himself voluntarily as a curiosity. He was, before that, in the workhouse, and in other words, he had absolutely no way of making a living because of his appearance. And the stone also comes from the rubble. The building was demolished quite recently in March, and it's a beautiful rose stone, quite heavy, but we're hoping to raise some funds by the sale of that stone.
And of course, the link to Proteus Syndrome is because it's the disease that affected Joseph as well.
Indeed, it is the disease, and you know, it's not a dead disease. And what I mean by that is it didn't die with Joseph Merrick. People today still have Proteus Syndrome around the world, but it's extremely rare. There's only 100 cases worldwide.
So, what are you hoping to do with the money that you raise from this auction?
Right, okay. There is, we have a couple of cases, I believe, in the UK with Proteus Syndrome. And in particular, there's a young lad, 14 years of age. His name is Jordan. And he suffers from Proteus Syndrome, so much so that his legs have become severely deformed. And he's had numerous operations to try and right the leg problem he has. But now he's considering amputation of one of his legs. I would very, very much like to raise some funds to help Jordan and his family get over this very difficult time. But also, any money raised will also go towards researching Proteus Syndrome, because, as you know, research revolves around enough money.
Okay, so Jeanette, if anybody's interested in bidding for this, how can they find out more?
Well, if they go to eBay UK, that's www.ebay.co.uk, and then in the search bar just put in Joseph Rose Stone, just those 3 words, it will bring up the auction page. And please bid, because we need the money to be raised as much as possible to go to these very good causes.
Okay, Jeanette, let us know how much you raise, will you?
Thank you very much, I will indeed.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Jeanette Sitton there from the group, raising money as much as they hopefully can with your help to help Proteus Syndrome, and interested in Joseph Merrick, and a lot of people, including our own Stephen Butt at BBC Radio Leicester, who are interested in that man. And you may find out more about the Gaiety Theatre and other theatres and Joseph Merrick on the History Show on a Sunday afternoon here on BBC Radio Leicester.